That we're all set up, we're on to video number 2. We've got our SaaS stats, our dashboard, users list, just me, wait list, here's the entry that got added, no purchases, no subscriptions, but we do have some products. As you can see, these were automatically pulled in from Stripe because I added the Stripe keys as part of the setup process. However, if you add them at a later date or change your products in Stripe, all you have to do is click the Sync with Stripe button. This will automatically retrieve all of your products and subscriptions and prices from Stripe so that you don't have to make a call out to Stripe when you want your users to be able to purchase something. So now we'll go into the user portal. We'll check out our products that are available. And we're all good there. And this is all great, but I'm going to go ahead and customize it now because this is FilamentFlow core. We've got the FilamentFlow logo, the FilamentFlow branding, and that's not what I'm building here. So I'm going to go ahead and crack open PHP Storm. And everything here is controlled from one central file and your env. And that's filamentflow.php in your config. This has everything that you need to get started with a full-blown SaaS application, including managing content for your users, syncing Stripe subscription products, everything down to pagination options. It's pretty short and concise, and it's designed so that you don't have to go to a whole bunch of different places just to get started. So I don't want orange, I want blue for my main color. So let's go ahead and reload this. Now we have blue. And I don't want to use the FilamentFlow logos or favicon. So I'm going to go ahead and update those. And I've got some pre-demo assets ready here. So I'll just open my public directory, go to images, and flow core public images, and we've already got our logo banner and our logo in here, but I'm actually just going to swap these out. I've got a pager service logo and I've got a pager service favicon. So favicon still applies, but I'm going to swap out the main logo here. So no more logo banner, and I'm going to go back one directory on my favicon. And as you can see, we now have pager service logo here, pager service logo here. We've got blue. And then I'm going to go a little bit farther. I'm going to customize this text because it still says FilamentFlow and I just don't love it. So I'm going to say, welcome to my awesome website. Subscribe now. So there we've got it, and if we don't want that at all, we can go to our greeter, which is either in the env or in the filamentflow.php file, and we can just turn it off. So user portal specifically is designed to be pretty basic because typically as developers we're going to add a whole lot of stuff here. And I, as a platform developer, have no idea what you need, so I don't make any assumption about that. I'm not going to go ahead and add anything there. And we've got our email log, so I'm going to go ahead and go to the public page and register as a new user. So I'm going to go ahead and go to app, register. You can see here we've got some basic stuff. Now you'll notice that I indicated I did want socialite on the setup page, but there's no social icons showing up here. Those are in your services.php file, and they are documented in the documentation here for socialite. So any provider that's enabled in the FilamentFlow config needs to, at a minimum, have a client ID and a client secret. And just automatically filtering out ones that don't have a client ID and client secret. And you can see here, we've also added some extra configuration option that's not typically part of the services. So here, we're just going to put in anything, and then we'll go ahead and reload. And you can see that we now have GitHub there. I'll add some random stuff to Google. You can see now we have Google, Facebook, and I guess I don't actually have Facebook configured in my providers. I do. All right. Oh, I don't have Facebook configured in my services. So what you have in your providers here should correspond to what you have in your services here. And all of these are configurable. So if we wanted GitHub to actually be a white logo, we can do that. It's going to look pretty bad, but you can do that. So I'm going to go ahead and remove those because we're not actually going to use those for right now. And I'm going to sign up for an account. Phone number is a big thing. Phone number formatting and phone number inputs are kind of a lacking feature in Laravel Filament, so that's just added as part of the core. You can configure it to not be required or not exist at all, but we do have it here by default. And I signed up, and now I can buy a subscription. And I'm just a normal user, nothing special about me at all. And then I'll go ahead and go back to the admin portal. And you can see I'm listed under a user. And this is all great, but sometimes you need to work with a little bit more data. So we have full seeders. And just run PHP artisan db seed and reload. Now we have our full SaaS statistics, ARR, MRR, churn, total subscriptions, subscription value per user. We have SaaS stats here, so you can see the total per page and single purchases, which would be your one-time payment items. We've got filterable status. Same with subscriptions. Subscriptions has a little bit more in terms of the SaaS because they tend to be more available for those kinds of statistics. So here we'll have this. Under products, you can see we've created some additional products. We've still got our email log, roles, and permissions. Another thing that we have is the public pages. So right now we have our waitlist enabled. And we can just go ahead and turn that off. And this can either be removed from ENV entirely and only be used in FilamentFlow core, or you can just keep it in your ENV. This is configured as part of the setup. So now that I've turned the waitlist off, we have our very basic homepage, a template for terms of service, a template for privacy policy. This is just basic Tailwind. I think I'm using Daisy UI on this as well, but really nothing special here at all, and that's on purpose. I'm not a front-end developer, and typically any project I work on, I have some pretty basic HTML, CSS, and settings that have been provided to me. So we're not making any assumptions about a front-end stack that you want to use, and you can just use this as you see fit. And that's really all there is to using FilamentFlow core to build your SaaS product. Full stats, customizable, fully integrated with Stripe, fully multi-tenancy, just ready to go in literal minutes so that you can make better use of it and build websites faster.